PDP, APC, at times they deceive us with different party names, and at the end of the day, they're all birds of the same feather. The only difference is their alignment goes to where their interest lies, and that's just all about political parties and politics in Nigeria. The party itself is just an anointing ground for them to achieve their personal aim. Bayelsa APC has ordered Goodluck Jonathan, ex-president of Nigeria, to return 300 million naira and the bulletproof cars he has in his possession. 2 weeks after the Supreme Court ruling that sacked the Bayelsa governor-elect of the APC, David Leon, and his deputy Bubarakuma Degi after certificate forgery, more revelations have emerged about the rottenness that plagued the APC after the court ruling that saw Senator Dawiri of PDP being sworn in less than 24 hours before David Leon would have assumed office as governor. You all know what played out in Bayelsa State. APC wanted to keep the state. PDP also believed that since the ex-president came from that region, from that state, they believe that they have a strong hold on that region. It was learned that the Supreme Court ruling threw confusion into the camp of the APC, who had made adequate preparations for the inaugurations, as payment had already been made to several vendors providing services, hotels, transportation, catering, and general logistics. After the storm had cleared, more revelations came to light, revealing the dirty roles former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and Patience Jonathan played in the preparation of the inaugurations that never happened. Now, this has not gone down well with them. Meanwhile, the Bayelsa State chapter of the APC has asked former President Goodluck Jonathan and his wife, Patience. Of course, you remember Patience Jonathan. She entertained a lot of Nigerians with many of her theatrical, words that come out from her that are epic. Anyway, they've asked them to return their 300 million naira, and also they've asked them to return back the bulletproof cars given to them by David Leon for the inauguration. This is supposed to be the car, the automobile that they will be in during that inauguration. You see how these people keep on enjoying at the expense of the taxpayers and the people in that state. David Leon had paid for the use of Aridolph Hotel, owned by the Jonathans, for 4 months, as sources said. Leon had wanted to run the government from that hotel pending the completion of the intended renovations of the Bayelsa State Government House. So he wanted to stay in the hotel, live in that hotel, run the show from the hotel. Imagine such, these people, they are just, I cannot really explain. Now, the newspaper also gathered that the 300 million naira is part of the 5 billion naira David Leon and the Minister of State for Petroleum, Timpere Silva, borrowed from 2 banks with a promise that various state banks, bank accounts and other juicy deals will be given to them when they assume office, a plan which ultimately backfired along with all inauguration arrangements. So before they even assumed office, they already borrowed 5 billion naira. This is how these guys roll. They already put the state into debt before they assumed office. And out of that 5 billion naira, after promising them, we are going to give you these deals, we're going to give you this and that, and all whatever stories they must have sold out to them, they eventually did not get that position. And already 300 million is out of their pocket. What is that for? To, water the pocket of Goodluck Jonathan. But now they're asking for the money. They need their money back. Wow. Well, it is also reported that entertainers and several service providers had been paid, and very expensive assorted drinks that some of them were imported from the United Kingdom, South Africa. They already brought all of these. All of this have been paid for. The APC had planned to turn Bayelsa State to a carnival. Bayelsans were to have endless parties for months. Amongst them, not the citizens, And they claimed that they were going to give free food to people at different points across the state. This state, like I said, it is not it's not APC. It is actually a PDP state based on the previous, president of Nigeria. But unfortunately, this was not so. Now, this money has all been, pushed out there. All hotels are paid for upfront in Bayelsa state to accommodate commercial sex workers from other states. Militants were to be placed in charge of security in the state. It was supposed to be an entire month of jamborees and wastefulness, but it never happened as the Supreme Court ruled against APC. Now, APC felt it is all going to be well with them since the party, the present ruling party, they belong to APC and they feel it's going to be APC, APC, APC. But unfortunately, APC never got that position. And now, the money they claim that they must have given to ex-president has to be returned. The Bayelsa chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has also called on the country's anti-graft agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. They've called them as a matter of urgency to launch an investigation into all the monies, loans, and collateral given to Team Sylvia, which were never accounted or judiciously used by the for the Bayelsa election. It is in good knowledge that Team Sylvia received over $150 million for Bayelsa election, and only a meager sum of $10 million was handed over to David Leon for the election. A group known as APC Reformation Forum and accused the Jonathans for sabotaging their mandate after the election. The group says Jonathans were petty and couldn't wait for David Leon to be inaugurated before they started making demands and collecting bulletproof cars. As if they knew already that he wasn't going to get it anyway. So they needed to get what they needed. Goodluck Jonathan, a leader of the PDP, received 300 million naira in cash to provide entertainment and logistics for his guests that were supposed to come to Bayelsa State for David Leon's inauguration. So he needed that amount of money for himself. Wow. This is how these people roll. Now, the election, Goodluck Jonathan and his wife, Patient, had already concluded plans to attend the inauguration of the supposed, of an APC governor whose election was still contested in court by his party. An election that was adjudged, that in fact, this is so funny. Local and international observers have been massively claimed that this election was massively rigged in favor of APC. This further exposes the disloyalty to his party that made him president. You would recall that a group, PDP Renaissance group, had in press statement after the election berated Goodluck Jonathan for failing to condemn the violence that took place in his home state during the elections. Consequently, counting down to the inauguration that never happened, there was already a conflagration of different groups, David Leon, the Jonathans, and Silva, who, over commissioner nominees, they've already started having issues. Another appointment in the state, they've started looking for who I'm going to put here. David Leon's hands were already tied before the botched swearing in. They already took everything. An APC faithful said, now that the game is over, it makes sense to lessen the burden of David Leon that was used as a sacrificial lamb by Team Silva. The vehicles and monies should be returned without drama to save face. Several PDP members and leaders in Bayelsa and outside Bayelsa have expressed disappointment towards the Jonathans over their role in the last election, as for also allowing their image and self-acclaimed integrity to be dented with allegations of anti-party activities, and they claim that they should return the 300 million given to them by the APC for inauguration. A Bayelsa state-based member of the PDP in Yedogwa, who asked to remain anonymous, said Nigerians have always known that Goodluck Jonathan is a careless man in his politics and showed lack of critical judgment. Jonathan's integrity came under scrutiny again recently when Olisa Metu was found guilty of receiving 400 million naira from former NSA Sambo Dasuki for election campaign. You could recall that Goodluck Jonathan failed to appear in court to speak up for Olisa Metu during his trial when it is obvious that Jonathan asked Olisa Metu to collect the money from Dasuki. As Bayelsa State slowly recovers from the wounds of the violence meted on it by APC loyalists after the Supreme Court ruling, yet the storm is not over yet. APC struggles to put its house in order as more dirt of its financial dealings during the election surfaces. Now, like I said, party means nothing. Party means nothing. It doesn't matter if Goodluck Jonathan decides to, decamp. It doesn't mean anything, as they care less about party anyway. Is PDP propaganda, now people are looking at it and say, maybe this is PDP propaganda, that they claim that PDP and David Leon was the people's choice and that nobody rigged the election. So are you from Bayelsa State, Gwa? Do you think that APC was supposed to be there as a party and also David Leon as a person would take the state to the next level? Or is it the PDP representative, the governor that you have at the moment? Drop it in the comment section below. And while you're that, if you're not a member of this channel, let's create together by you tapping on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. It would alert you whenever our videos are uploaded. And if you're already a member of this channel, I'll keep saying thank you for the support.